right, time now for Mr. Mars. We're going to talk about the 5 scenic roads for spring trip planning and driving destinations.
Yeah, I kind of thought that, some of these are a little far off. We didn't just stay in Texas, so you might need to have a little more time to make some plans. And so I wanted to start with the Blue Ridge Parkway. Now, a lot of people have heard of this. It's in Virginia, goes up through to North Carolina, and it's often called America's favorite drive because they're in the spring, flowers bloom, the mountains shake off the winter, and it really greens up. 469 miles from the start through to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park.
Wow.
It goes through a lot of ridge lines, overlooks, valleys. You got dogwoods, redbuds. You got about any kind of foliage you want to see in the northeast part of the country is there. Now, it is rather curvy, and it does get crowded, so it's got a lower speed limit, but it gives you a lot more time to do relaxed cruising, to see some things, and it's a great place to go in the motorcycle or on your convertible. Then going on to the Sun Road, That's actually the name of it. It's in Montana. Now, this is part of the Glacier National Park, and it's kind of one of the dramatic drives in America because of the way it opens and closes during the winter, because the 50-mile route crosses the Continental Divide at Logan Pass. So you get a lot of views, you get a lot of edge of the road type driving, and then
I don't need that. I don't need to be on the edge of the road.
Me neither.
And a lot of that's because of the waterfalls and the melting ice, and it kind of gets you some narrow lanes and some sheer drop-offs. It kind of keeps you focused on the road. Then for something that's a little more relaxing, go back to the other side of the country, the Natchez Trace Parkway. Now, this goes through 3 states, Mississippi, Tennessee, and Alabama. It's 444 miles, and it's part of an old corridor that used to be used by Native Americans and early settlers whenever they were going across the country and exploring. Now, there's really no commercial traffic on this road, and they've got general curves, and it's peaceful. It's a nice, easy drive for long cruising and very relaxing. You can stop, take short hikes. You can pull off into scenic areas and turn around and enjoy the whole destination.
You ever done any of this stuff?
So I've been on part of that parkway and part of the Blue Ridge. Part of it.
Becky go with you? Or was that another girl who
No, she was with me. Yeah. We used to get to travel quite a bit. Also been on part of the Pacific Coast Highway.
Oh, I have too.
The PCH.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I was there with you.
Love
if you
that.
remember correctly.
I'd like to.
That was a Mazda event that I'd really like to forget, to be honest with you.
I did until you just said that, and now it's all coming back.
Yeah, let's forget that.
So the PCH, I would really want to go from the top to the bottom of it. I really would like to do that.
It involved liquor, if you want to know.
Oh, no.
Large quantities. So you go down the PCH, it goes from Southern California, it goes down through Big Sur, and goes out along the ocean cliffs. You got crashing surf, you got a lot of horizon views, and with the spring, it's kind of less tourists there than there are during the summer. But you also get a lot more greens on the hills and on the sides of the mountains, and areas like Bixby Bridge become more enjoyable because the road's a little bit more driver-centric. You can play a little bit more on it. Then the Texas Hill Country Willow City Loop. It's a
Continue
short,
on. Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
I'm trying not to. In Fredericksburg. So this is a short loop outside of Fredericksburg. But what it makes it so neat is whenever the blue bonnets are blooming and stuff, that's really becomes colorful. And this particular road is on private property. Now, it's not paved per se on most of it, but you can kind of cut through this road, and it brings you in between 2 highways, and the landowner just allows this to happen, but you can't really stop. You just drive through it, and it's really very scenic, and it's considered a great place, particularly with the blue bonnets whenever they're all blooming out. So that's just some 5 drives that you can start thinking about, because some of them will take a little planning to get to and to have fun on.
Right. You want to go back to that Pacific Coast Highway trip?
No, we don't want to do that.
PCH?
PCH1. I've been on PCH.
Matter of fact, I ran across a picture that you were in on the Pacific Coast Highway. We were standing out there.
Were you holding his hair above the coat or anything?
No, it wasn't anything like that. No.
It
wasn't quite that way. Anyway,
Was that the one where was it?
Now you're all curious.
say again.
There was a third person there.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
third person there. It was.
Let me tell you about some of these other trips that we've
Yeah. Well,
been able to see a lot of things.
California has done a lot of things to me, and most of them pretty weird, if you want to know the truth.
That's for sure.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The InWheelTime.